Hello everyone, it's Serpent, and welcome back to another episode in Serpent Land. As you may notice, if I take this stuff off, let's see, let's toss that junk away. I am in my Halloween costume, because it's close to Halloween. But I've got some big plans for today, so I don't want to dawdle on too much with this talking. I want to finish completely the Iron Phoenix. Yeah. So that means we need to grab a bunch of resources, and the first resource that I think we should get is we need to make sure that we've got villagers, loads of villagers. I don't remember exactly how many, but it's either 45 or 75. Aww. All my shulker boxes are still at Hogwarts. I guess I'll have to go fetch them. But anyway, so we do have plenty of villagers. Boy do we. We've got plenty of villagers, but they aren't exactly well situated. I'll show you what I mean. If I can get there. It's been so much harder to get around since the Chisel and Bits update that made these fence posts connect to the thingies. But we've got, oh actually we don't have as many as I thought, but we've got fairly loads-like villagers, a very large quantity, but they aren't sorted in any way. I don't know where what any good ones are, because I didn't make a holding cell to transfer them from into there so that I can sort them at my leisure. They just go straight into the trading hall. So that was a little bit short-sighted. But what I've decided to do is I'm going to make a little cell and just divert all the villagers that come from the villager breeder into that cell. Oh wait, hold on. And then I'm going to set up a little counting system so that we know when we've reached the correct amount. And then I'll just use those, and I won't look at their trades. I won't even glance at their coats, at their coat colors. Because I don't want to go through the toil of iron. I don't want to go through the toil of sorting them. Not when I just need a really large quantity of them. I'm just going to ignore their trades and hope none of them had any good. But even if they did, I won't know. Blissful ignorance. Yeah. Hold on, where's the way over? Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make sure that the villager breeder is still working, by the way. But anyway, as I said, I don't want to there's one. Where'd the other one go? I don't want to waste too much time. So, apparently I need to fix this villager breeder, though. Good thing I checked it. Well, I'm not sure what happened to the to the brown coat that we had in there, but I can't find him in the system anywhere. So my best guess is that he either died by being beaten up through a corner by a zombie, or he just managed to escape somehow and flowed into the system. I'm not sure. Probably the first one, I would guess. But in any case, that means I need to fetch a new fetch a villager. I need to get a new villager for that system. So, actually, back through this little spruce door, let's see, where is it? my old villager breeder area. I think there are still some villagers in there. Might even be a brown coat. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to spend too much time on this, as I said, though, so I'm going to try and do all of this off camera. Alright. After a very long and involved time, oh, my boots are about to break. Okay. I've set up this counting system and fixed the villager breeder. We've already got one. So whenever... Oh, actually. Let's see. Well, hold on. We want to... I need to make sure that they don't take damage when they fall down here, because right now they are. Also, it's a little bit... hold on. There. Now it's better. What was I saying, though? Oh yeah, after a long and involved time, I have managed to fix everything. And it was only long and involved, really, because I managed to lose my shulker box, my redstone shulker boxes, all 3 of them. And I searched over the entire world to find them, which was not a constructive use of my time. Darn it. Dang kids. Yeah. Huh. I will get him back in there. Hey buddy. Not a very effective bid for freedom, you have to admit. Oh, give me that. Although now he's he's been counted twice now. Take that. Okay. He's probably pretty low on health now, though. So that's not so great. And it was all your fault. Let's see. Right here. This is where we... Oh! Wasn't that another baby villager? Huh? Why is it so dark here? Huh. I thought that was another baby villager. It should have been. Huh. Anyway, let's, since I have no torches. The lazy way of, torching things up. There we go. Yeah. I guess apparently, an item fell onto the tripwire. I don't know. But anyway, that's the counting system done. The villagers just fall down the chute here and get caught on the tripwire and then fall down into the pit, and I know how many there are. Okay, it's been a little while, and I've got the jack-o'-lanterns that we need, the torches that we need, the levers, and now I'm going to go check on the slime blocks, because I don't know, I'm not sure how many of those we have. I think we need 130, right? Yeah, 130. So, let's see if we've got 130. Let's see, I don't know. Let's grab all of these. Not, well, pretty much in here. We have almost enough in there, but I think, yeah, we've got some more slime balls here. So that puts us up to 128 slime blocks. But we have a lot more of them somewhere. Yeah, here's another place. They're sort of scattered around in all my chests everywhere. So we do actually have enough. Yeah. Okay, that's good news. So that's another thing to cross off the list. But what's next? Oh yeah, we need glass. Let's see, we need glass, we need sticky pistons. Ooh, 134 sticky pistons. And then there are a lot of things that require redstone dust. So I'm going to be gathering resources for a fair bit longer. Oh, good stuff. I need that. Okay, that was that right there probably solved. Ouch. probably solved quite a lot of my problems. But now, I also want to go check on the villagers. I'm not sure how many will have appeared by now. I sort of want to check the rate. It's been a while. It's been long enough for my iron farm to get a stack of iron, so that's quite a long time. Iron farms aren't that quick, in case you were wondering. He's all grown up, but no more have come. Okay. It's not so great. The last time I tried that, I actually managed to get all the way out. Whoops. Looks like a creeper had a little bit of a good time here. Well, maybe bad time, I don't know. Depends how much creepers enjoy exploding. Okay. So I think that's about it for now. I'm going to keep on gathering more resources now. Well, I have a whole bunch of cobblestone smelting again because I need more stone for slabs. And I also need more villagers, so I decided I'll just AFK in a hole. So that's what I've done. And I'll see you on the other end of the AFK session. Toodles. For a little while yesterday, and I AFK'd for a few hours today. So that was quite a lot of AFKing, and we do actually have enough villagers now to make the Iron Phoenix. We've got 33 of them. In fact, hold on, let's get a little bit of a better look at this. If we peek there, that's how many villagers we've got. And then we've got one who managed to escape somehow, and he's just sitting on top of the chest here, which picks up the carrots that the villagers up there toss into the water. Sometimes when they're trying to give carrots to each other, but they throw them and they miss, the carrots fall down into the water stream. Oh, yeah, the carrots fall down into the water stream, and into that hopper right there. Otherwise they would go down that tripwire and be counted as a villager. But let's just watch this one make its wonderful journey. They try and fight the water streams, I've noticed that, because they want to get back to the village. Makes them go slower. And there we go. And it's been counted. 34. So we've got 34 villagers there, and I'm not sure if this one was counted or not. So that's either 34 or 35, which isn't enough. But we do have this lovely pen full of excess villagers from the first villager breeder that never really worked. Well, it worked, but they came out of the holding cell because I probably put them in wrong, but anyway, that's beside the point. Now we can start building the Iron Titan, not Titan, the Iron Phoenix, because, well, yeah, hold on, I don't want to make this recording session too long. It's, we're pressed for time as it is, but I think we're going to be I cannot move. I think we're going to be building the thing out in the ocean. So I'm going to plot out a location. So we're flying over to the ocean nearby the mob spawner, which is where we're going to be building this. But we're not going to be building it within a loaded distance of the mob spawner. Actually, we're going to be building it just out of range of that. And that's because I've had a little bit of an idea. Well, I suppose it's just as much of an idea as most other things that popped into my head. But Okay. Oh yeah, Frostwalker boots. I had to swap. My leather ones were lost, which I'll get to in a moment. But okay, so we're going to be building it by this thing, but not directly next to it, as I said. And that's because I'm going to be building a new base. It's going to be, let's see, we'll build it off that direction. So, the new, oh hey, Frostwalker gets rid of magma damage. Ah, I forgot about that. Anyway, so I want to build a base that's, a base that's sort of centered around laggy things. In other words, I want it to have a whole bunch of really laggy farms that are really speedy, but you'll only get the lag of one of them at a time, because I'm going to be building them out of range of each other, out of loaded distance of each other. So that's what I'm going to be doing with this iron farm compared to this mob spawner. We'll get to it. It's going to be out in this ocean, and we'll get to it a little bit more probably next episode. But for now, that's just the idea. Right now, I'm digging up so that I can stay in line with the and there go the torches. I'm digging up so that I could stay in line with the spawner, you know. Let's see. Okay. Oh good. Waterproof light source. Can't see anything at all. Okay. And pop. Okay. There we go. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to get to the spot where we're going to build this. You know, Frostwalker might not be so awful. Anyway, oh. I have lined it up now, so let's do this. All the way until that's not visible anymore. Or that, rather. Okay, we're 12 chunks away from the mob farm over there, the very edge, and now we can actually start building this thing. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. Got my ender chest filled with all my goodies. Also, I should probably light this up as I go, just because I don't want to get blown up, and I don't want my goodies to get blown up. So I'll do that. But the Frostwalker enchantment, lo and behold, actually did manage to make my life easier than shift clicking or shift walking along the edge. Pillaring out would have been a lot more difficult than Frostwalkering out. Anyway, yeah, I'll get ready for building, and then we'll actually start building it. Pretty exciting. Well, the design, luckily enough, or coincidentally enough, is an even design, and I've got an even walkway running from an even build. So this is quite a nice turn of events. I can build it with the center right here facing the walkway, and then well, yeah, when you walk along this walkway here, you'll get to it, and it'll be centered and visible. So now let's let's start building this thing. I think the first step is platforms, big platforms in the sky. So I'm gonna build that. Whoa, my compass says north is directly that way. North is that way, you fool. I don't know what's going on with this. Apparently it's not very reliable though, so you can go in there. Well, as you may have noticed, that time lapse didn't exactly go smoothly. Yeah, I sorta failed a little. I kept falling off the platforms because the blocks I was placing under me kept disappearing. And then I went and built this platform so that it was over here, and that was just slightly dense. But we've got there in the end. So, come to think of it, one of the, okay, never mind. Yeah, time to build the next platforms. Great, we've got the second platforms in place. This one is just the, we're going to be placing doors on, both of these, and you need to, in order to keep the doors valid, or allow them to become valid villager doors, you need blocks that let through light, which is why the slime blocks are there. And then this is just to light up the floors so mobs don't spawn, the jack-o'-lanterns. So, time to move on to the next floor before we run out of recording time. Okay, so, I actually didn't gather the ice I needed. I forgot about that. So while I'm waiting for this to melt, or actually to freeze, as well as this and a couple other puddles that are lying around, I'll tell you about how I lost those wonderful booties I had. Well, I'll put a screenshot up in just a moment, but in short, I was out of redstone, so I went and mined some, and I fell into a lava puddle. And that didn't turn out so well. So, I lost my stuff, but we were... That's why you don't make the edges out of breakable blocks, out of pickaxeable blocks. There we go. So yeah, I died and I lost my stuff, but we're pretty well situated in this world at this point. We've got some good stuff. So, I did actually... I'm not actually badly off at this point, and I didn't lose any of the materials necessary for the Iron Phoenix. So everything's, well, it's not that bad, but we did lose squelches and a couple other things. So that's not so great, but we're all right. So as you saw in that last time lapse, we got the roof thingies done with the redstone on top, as well as the pistons that shut out the light. So now we're going to start work on this villager elevator thingy that essentially brings one detector villager up around so that it can detect a bunch of different doors that will move the center of the village from where it is to the farm. At least I think that's what it does, or at least it prepares that prepares the situation so that that movement is then possible. So let's get on it. So you may have noticed that in one of those time lapses, I actually died from fall damage after elytra flying down there. Some of my stuff went down underwater, and due to the fact that I literally cannot see anything at all when there are no torches, I think I lost a couple things, my boots included. Those were kind of good boots, but I don't know. I'm not too fussed about that. But we do have a couple of the drop thingies in, which hold the villager so that he can detect doors and then bring the center of the village down. So, what I'm doing right now, and I'm not going to record much of this on camera for the dual fact that, or the fact that it's both probably not so interesting as seeing it all happen quickly, and also I'm going to mess stuff up if I talk while doing it. I think I've done that right. There should be 10 blocks, I believe, right there. So, 1, 2, yeah, 10 blocks. That's a cool little way of measuring stuff, by the way. Just place a bunch of torches, or measure out the number of torches it should be, or blocks it should be in torches, and then place them all in a line to figure out if it actually is that. But anyway, I'm going to get started with the rest of the stuff. Well, we've finished this, the big drop shaft thingy. You can see it sort of like this. If I take the wings off, it'll be easier. Yeah, sort of like that. And then now, now, what we're going to do is head down, and just over here by the comparator, or in line with the comparator, we break these blocks and go down 11, and then we're going to build some stuff to launch another detector villager up and down so that he can check on doors, essentially. So I'm gonna do that. Might be a time lapse if it's a good one, otherwise not really. Alright, I'm not sure how much of this is actually in the video that I've, or hold on, I'm not sure how much of this I've actually explained in those time lapses that I've recorded in, but what I've done since the last time at least I think the last time I did one of these non-time lapse clips, darn it, pop. Yeah, so what I've done is over here, well, I guess I'll do this one first since I'm over here, but this was built second. I've got this villager holding cell, which we'll put a villager in, and there's another one over there, which is by some doors so that you can pull the village even farther into place. And then over on this side is, if I can get there within some amount of time, a whole bunch of stuff really. This bit here is I think triggered or wired up to be triggered properly. It's the same sort of villager holding cell, which allows the villager to see some of the doors, but not all of them. To which, well, it's a little bit complicated, but anyway, that's essentially what it does. Then over over here is a counting circuit, I believe. Yeah, I think so. A timing circuit, which monitors and triggers that. And then over here is a wire that goes over to the other side, which I believe both triggers that little cell that we've viewed first, as well as this one over here. Okay, so now we're going to be working on what stems from the reset button, the wires that come from there. I'm not entirely sure what that entails, but I'll get on it. All right. Yeah, okay, sorry. Over here and a couple other places, actually, we've got some wires that lead to stuff. So, with that out of the way, it's actually time to chuck our village into a pen. So, over... Is it over? Yeah, it's over here. Over here, pop that away. I'm trying to get to that one. It's a little difficult. By the way, I've used that that elytra under the block trick so often. It was so useful because those lines over there are less than 2 blocks apart, but with that trick I could actually build on them while walking on them, and that was just a lifesaver. But anyway, okay, I need to go 5 blocks down here. So concentrate. 1, 2. Okay, where's my ladder? And 3, 4, 5. Okay. No, don't fall and splat to your death. Okay. So, I have a feeling that around about now, the video is probably not such a short video. So I'm going to try and do everything quickly. Hopefully I'll be able to fit it all in. So, let's get started on that. Well, I admit that I haven't put the villagers in. I've sort of decided to save that for last. But we are getting the spawn platforms in, and I'm getting some rather odd lag, which apparently is making it rather difficult for me to place slabs. So, essentially, I'm just going to finish off this these 3 platforms, and then I think we can put villagers in. I'm not sure. There's probably some stuff still to do before then. We'll see. So I'm going to put these platforms in then. Well, that's all the mechanics done. All the mechanical bits, I mean. So, now we need to get villagers in, and I have to talk quickly because this video is already 30 minutes long, and I want, or probably longer, and I want to try and keep it under 40, or at least 50. So, I need to fetch a villagers, and I think I'll do that through the nether by minecart. Seems like a pretty straightforward way of doing things. So, let's, well, I've said this a lot, but I'm gonna do that then. I have, whoops. I've readied the nether portals, and I've dug a tunnel and gotten all that ready. But I need some gold for powered rails, so I'm coming over to the mob farm, which isn't actually too, far away, since we built them, just out of render distance from each other. Alright, all the stations are done, ready, and, the tracks are also ready. So now, I can actually start moving the villagers from place to place. Aha! So, if we go through, yeah, okay. If we go through the portal, just over here, we'll come out essentially where we want to go. We'll come out at the place we've set up the rails. So, if we, well, actually, let's stand back a little. But if we let them out, then they should sail on through the portal there. There we go. Okay. So, let's see how well this works. Okay, I don't know if this is smart, but I'm putting them all through all at once. And that's because if I go through, I think I'll only be able to get back once, without it taking a very long time, because my elytra are all out of durability. So I think I'll check once, but then after that I'm not going to be able to get back. So please don't be taking damage. Fantastic. They're all fine. Some of them are a tad close to the edge though. Cough cough. But yeah, this is a fully villager-proof area. Except baby villagers can get up through the tracks, but I don't think that'll happen since they avoid tracks. But see, if I go back, then I appear down at the bottom of my base. So I need to use my elytra to get back, and it's only got about 14 seconds of flight left in it, which is kind of pathetic. Yeah. Okay. Well, looks like I had a couple more flights back than I thought, but still, I'm going to get all the villagers into the nether. Well, that's all of them. No more in this cell. There are actually a couple more in that holding cell that we built, but that can be dealt with a little bit later. Let's get these in first. I plan to transport the villagers by tens, since I've got 10 minecarts here. Why did I make a furnace minecart? I put powered rails there. Okay. 11s maybe then. Actually, no, I'll just do it by 10s. It's easier to keep track of that way. But anyway, time to... well, I'll keep it. But time to get started. Well, all those villagers were transported, and now it's time to get those ones that are still in that cell that used to be the first ever villager breeder, or no, second ever. I did actually have one before it, but anyway, now we need to fix that one, or grab the villagers from that one. Sorry. There goes another one. And this one's about to meet the same sticky end. Well, it's not an end, but still. It's not exactly pleasant, I suppose. Okay. So, essentially, I've just hooked up a little water elevator to that spot we've got. You know, the that nether portal that we were pushing them into earlier. Okay. Time to follow. So, if we follow them, like so, we come up to the top eventually. At least I hope we do. Yeah. And they just flow down into the same little chute that the baby villagers fall into. And as we float down after them, we'll just go down that same long tunnel and into the same little room with the nether portal. And there's the tunnel. And that's the lot. Every last villager is now just on this side of the gate, the portal to the Iron Phoenix. So when we come out here, we're going to be a bit crowded by loads of villagers. So, yep, right there. And as you can see, none of them are taking damage, which is very nice indeed. Oh, let me sleep away the rain. But first, right up there is where most of them are going to be headed. I'll put 20 in each of those cell things, and then I'll put the other ones distributed around where they need to go. So, the first one, the first villager, catch him. Okay. Yeah, already up there. And then we simply flop that and push him into the hole. And that's villager number 1. It's come to my attention that that is way too slow. So, in the interests of me surviving, I'm going to do a water elevator sort of way. And right now I'm just building the water elevator. And then that water elevator will go into a water stream, which pushes them into there. There it is. The ticket to my not have to do as much workage. Okay, so let's take stock. There's 3 villagers in the thing at the moment, and we have here, hold on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this will get us up to 19 villagers in the thing. That'll be not quite enough. I think we need about 22 in each. So let's start pushing villagers. We now have 19 villagers in there, or at least they're heading up. You could see that sight line right there. Yep, there's another one. Oh wait, no, that's a water droplet. Okay, but anyway, they're coming in. Yeah. Plop, plop, ploppity plop. I used water. That made it a lot easier. So now, time to get the other ones on the other side of the portal that I broke to use the water. That's one of them filled up, and now I just need to divert the water stream a little to fill up the other one. So let's hop out and do that. What? For some reason, these guys are dying. I do not understand that. I have not put in more than 25. Actually, I think for some reason the max entity cramming seems to be 21 on this server. On this thing, which is really odd. I'm pretty sure that's not what it's supposed to be. In fact, I thought it was supposed to be 31, but evidently Tango says it's 25. So, well, that's what I'm going to set it to. Max entity cramming 25. There we go. So I did that because that's what it's supposed to be, not 21. I've suspected that it's a little off for a long time, and now I've lost 2 villagers because of that. Luckily, I didn't send all of them up here. I decided to keep it safe and stay at 22. But that's really odd. Yeah, okay, whatever. Time to move on, because we're really, really cutting it close on the time. Well, cutting it over on the time. Yes, I'm not really too miffed about the 2 dead villagers, or, I don't know, maybe 3 dead villagers, but what I am slightly disappointed about is that now all of those villagers have quite low health, and that's frightening. Okay, keeping it to 21 now, or actually no, it's now the game rules updated, so I guess we can go back to 22, which was my plan. So now we need to count them and make sure they're not overflowing the mob cap, or the cramming cap. So I'll do that, and then we can pop them right into their cell. Hopefully we'll have a few extra, so that we can actually do the other pieces of the villager breeder. Alright then, that should be all of the villagers in those two cells that we need. I believe there's 21 in each, so that puts us up to 42, which allows for 4 golems in the spawn area at once, which is exactly what we need. Yep, you can see the villagers just plopping in over and over again right there, and yeah, all is well. So now we need to get a villager there, a villager there, a villager there, and a villager there, I think. I saved 5. So I think we should have enough. And there's still another one in the nether who wouldn't want to go through the portal. I've managed to get a minecart track all the way up to a little holding cell over there, where I'll try and get the villager in the boat, which is necessary. So let's quickly do that. I think this one I will do on camera because it's bound to be slightly funny. Okay. I don't have minecarts. I choose you, villager. No, you don't need to run. Just sit on the track complacently. No, do not go in there. I have it blocked off, by the way, so I guess it wouldn't be an awful tragedy. Okay, good. Stuck. Hopefully everything worked well, because I'm not there to fix anything. I don't see him on this part of the track, so that's a good sign. Good. I see his line. I see his line of sight where he's looking. Okay. So I've got that ready, and then if I break this, get out my boat, and whop. Where'd my boat go? Okay. Good. Okay. That's all peachy. And then we break this and drive him off the cliff. Let's see. Like so. And ram that up into the corner. Grab some ender pearls. Get out. And flap. Great. First of the functional villagers in. I also accidentally activated some redstone while I was powering rails, so hopefully that didn't break anything. It was the reset line, so I think everything's gonna be fine, but yeah, that would be unpleasant. The next redstone line is done, and unfortunately, when I take this thing down, I'm probably going to lose about 90% of the materials I used to build it because it's over ocean. But the ocean does provide other benefits, whatever. Anyway, though, let's get this guy. He looks like a worthy candidate, and I can't go up that way. That always gets me. I placed that glass block there so villagers couldn't get out, but it works on me too. Sniff. Well, that was a little bit closer to the edge than I was expecting, but it'll work fine either way. Just as long as this guy isn't stupid enough to walk off the edge. Please don't be stupid. Okay, good. Okay. And then I'll just place that there. Get rid of it. Aw, I didn't keep it. Okay, and then place that. Put the door back in, and get out. And now I'm missing a slab. Good. I am slightly worried though, because I do not know where those slabs came from. Huh. Okay. So, that was not as quick as that. This pickaxe does not mine that stuff that quickly. It's not an insta-mine. Anyway, okay, time for the next rail then. Well, I got most of the rails back, but I did have to say goodbye to all my other one, the netherrack and torches. And the third and final track is in. Actually, I will have to add to it a little bit to get the last villager in, but not very much since they're in the same place. Oi, how do you get up there? Back into your pen. Clever villagers. What will they think of next? Okay, let's plop him on and see how he goes. Okay, I sort of want to follow him. Nah, it's way too quick. But we can at least watch him a little bit discreetly from a distance. And he's gone around the corner. Good. Let's go catch up. Aha. Excellent. So let's push you over there a little. And then good. And have a boat. Yes. For a moment there I thought he was going to be stubborn. And over here is the lovely place that you will be spending the remainder of your existence. Okay. Can't see. Where's the fence? Okay, there's the fence. Let's scooch it over into the corner there. Good. And gotcha. Okay. Place those back. Break that. Doors. Get rid of that. That. I had to start using wood for scaffolding. Okay. And cobble. Okay. So let's remove this, and then we'll get the last villager into there. And say goodbye to the last villager. Okay. So I think the farm is completely done now. And that's pretty great. It is actually running for some reason. So hopefully that's not a big issue. Well, I mean, I know why it's running. I activated some redstone a couple times. But hopefully it'll work still. So, well, I mean, it'd better work. Yeah, we'll fix it if it doesn't. But I think I'm going to see if it does. I'm going to go AFK, and in the next episode, I'll tell you how it went. But for now, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I'm not sure whether it was just a really long episode or whether it was a massive marathon episode. So either way, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.